Welcome to Rebel Morning Wood. I am your hostess with the mostest, IR Girl, coming to you from a very chilly, again, East Coast. This sucks, and I'm just going to say it. I am so tired of the cold every single time. I think it was 2 days ago, opening day of baseball. I went to see my son play. Beautiful day out, 61 degrees. I thought this was great. Brought a hoodie anyways, just in case. Because on the field, when the sun starts setting, there's lots of trees, so the sun sets early. It gets kind of chilly on the field. We get there. It dropped 21 degrees in a matter of like 2 hours. A storm came in. It wasn't a bad storm, but it was just wind and really cloudy. Freezing out there. And it sucked. And today, I think it's like barely 40. The high's going to be like 43 degrees. I am so tired of winter. I need some nice weather. I want to get out of my yard, and I want to work it. Some very sad news this morning. I was just reading, literally trying to go through the news real quick. Usually that's how I kind of wrap up my show. But it was kind of sad. An article today. Activision has let go of Deadpool development team. Mortal Kombat, Skulls of the Shogun, Strider, and more. Let me see. Oh, sorry. Wrong article. Activision has let go of the Deadpool development team at High Moon Studios with 40 full-time employees affected globally, according to Kotaku. So Activision Publishing consistently works to align its cost with its revenues. And you've heard that. They quote the same thing over and over again. Whenever something like this happens, this is what, instead of saying, you know what, we're spending too much money on Call of Duty. No, I'm joking. We need to cut back because I think for that as well, they actually cut. I think Activision is feeling a budget pinch, and they're not making the money off of games that they would have liked. And instead of just saying, we got to let go of people because we don't have the money, you know, they say that they like to align their cost with their revenues. Basically, they're not making enough money. Their games aren't making enough, so they've got to let people go. With the completion of development on Deadpool, we are taking a redirection in staff at High Moon Studios to better align our development talent against our slate. Approximately 40 full-time employees will be impacted globally. We are offering those employees who are impacted outplacement counseling services. Wow. Well, you guys are great. Sorry, I've been there, so unemployed, and even my job now sucks. Not the Rebel Gaming job. That one's amazing. The High Moon Studios reduction comes shortly after the news that Square Enix LA was hit with more layoffs. That's news to me as well. Square Enix. Wow. The Deadpool series was created by Rob Liefeld, and the video game is written by the series author. At the time of development, Daniel Way, veteran voice actor Nolan North will voice the Deadpool character. Polygon has reached out to Activision for comment and will update the story as more information comes to hand. And this was written on polygon.com, so you can find that on their site. Very sad news. I hope everybody there finds a new home. That's I hate it when you see shit like that going on. If you go to, and I'm serious, if you go to gamasutra.com and look under jobs, you're going to be blown away with the jobs that are there. So if any of you developers ever listen to my show, go to gamasutra.com. Check it out. There is a slew of jobs if you're a developer or somebody in that kind of line of work making games. There's a lot of work there. So that's good news for Activision. Wow, I'm even sorry I clicked on their link. Nothing really going on with Treyarch. Oh, how did I miss this? I just read a title, Black Ops 2, Treyarch penalizing users for high-speed internet, Nuketown. I did not know that. Why did nobody tell me this? That's, Nuketown 2025 will be coming back. I didn't even read that. After it released, Treyarch's Call of Duty Black Ops 2 has been with a lot of criticism. I'm sorry, it just sounded like I went offline. Sorry about that, guys. Um, Let me see. Activision shouldn't care after making it rain $1 billion in 15 days. But at least they're making some efforts to fix some players' complaints. One of those was regarding the absence of... Oh, okay. Never mind. This is actually old news. David Vonderhaar speaks, blah, blah, blah. All right. Old news. Not reading. Only looking for new news. Rumor Black Ops 2 Uprising DLC April 16th. Um, so that should be fun. Oh, speaking of Black Ops 2, I was very happy to say that with my team, Infamous, I won my first game battles match with my team the other night. So very exciting. I actually clutched the first game of Search and Destroy. Um, for some reason, the opposing team had all run upstairs and basically lined themselves up as they were coming out the stairway for me, and I shot all three of them to win the game for my team. So, and everybody else, I believe, on my team, there was one other person alive. And of course, I think I found out my problem with Search and Destroy. Not that because Nick, who is our vice president, I'm marksman, yells at me constantly when we play together because I'm not. He says I don't know. I'm not paying attention. I don't know where the other team is, and I need to pay attention. I need to know how many are left alive. Blah blah blah. So my problem is I think I become overly cautious because I'm so used to playing like Demolition and Capture the Flag that when I play Search and Destroy, I I I go overkill on being super cautious. I don't. So I'm so worried about being shot that I'm always the last one alive, and then I get nervous and I fuck it up. So if anybody has any tips on Search and Destroy for me, I know Nick gives me lots of tips, but usually they're yelling at me before he rage quits. But but I'm teasing. But he does get a little voicey with me sometimes. But it's all in good love. I adore Nick. I respect him. I admire him. He's a great guy. He's like a little brother to me. And so when I say he does yell at me, um, but it's because of the fact that he wants me to do better. So don't people get all hating on Nick for it. But yeah, so I was very excited, and I am XIR, my gamer tag XIRGRLX on Game Battles. Look me up, friend me. I only have like 4 friends on there. I'm the unknown. So it was very fun. I did better than I thought. The last game I just did really shitty in though, but the rest of the games I did. We played a few rounds that night and I did really well. So I was very happy with myself and very happy with my team. So I'm glad that I'm competing with them. Um, I'm looking through the news again. So that was a little bit of news I wanted to add. So very excited about that. Um, just trying to see new game studio. Space Dust Studios opens in Melbourne. They are made up of vets from EA, Crystal Dynamics, Criterion, and Atari. So I guess hopefully we will be looking for some good stuff from that studio. Nice to see one opening when one's being shut down. Maybe they can pick up some guys from the shut down studio. Mm, um, going through news, going through news. Um, why aren't video game actors treated like stars? That's interesting. I think in the game industry they are. I think everybody has, their certain huge fans. I've actually even filled out surveys about certain um, um, quote unquote voice actors in, voice actors, actresses in certain games. So I think there's definitely, but I think also though, I think in video games, a big part of it is uh, if there's especially there's an actress that they're basing a character off of, and there's actual real person, you know what I mean? I think they become like the superstar of it. Plus, and as well, music. So I think music plays a big role in it as well. So I think if you're in um, just like anything, though, I think in the gaming industry, we kind of idolize. But I feel more so people idolize the developers and such more than the voice actors because they're the people that created the game. They're the people you can bitch at and yell at as well as love. You can love them and you can hate them, especially when they're out there on the social feeds all the time and they're communicating so people, you get their autographs and stuff. So that's, I think it's a big deal in the gaming industry. Outside the gaming industry, nobody probably knows who they are, but but that's okay. So I'm really wishing, you know what, I have to say I am missing my morning crew, and I don't know if I should go back to trying to push the 8 o'clock shows more so than the 9 o'clock shows because Crowner's here. And because the chat, the viewer list thingy for me is not working all the time, so I don't know when people come in, and I'm hoping they say hey or say hi or something like that. Another thing I just wanted to say is that everybody knows after these shows are on, I upload them to YouTube so that if anybody, the Crowner just made a face at me in channel. If if nobody has been able to participate in our chat in the morning and listen live, then they can listen to the show later on. Every single one of my shows, YouTube is flagging for content. I am the content. I talk about things. So I copy and paste them the exact same thing every day. This is a talk show. It's about gaming. It's me, the owner of this channel, talking. We we have a media site where we review games and we talk about games. And once they do, they approve it for monetization. So, but there's got to be somebody out there that's doing this every single time. And then they went and they did it to the Rebel Dead shows, the old ones that I wanted monetized because they were still getting hits on them because they're zombies. Yeah, they've flagged them all, and I had to go through. And once I paste in the same thing, same reply to every single one, they approve it. So I thought that was kind of interesting that they're doing that to me. I guess in the gaming news, that's about it, not unless anybody else. I mean, there's stuff going on. You know what I mean? I know the Games Developers Conference was just going on, and I should probably be more on top of the ball with that. I'm reading an article, or glancing through an article by Kirk Hamilton from Kotaku.com. And he just says, I'm just going to read this little paragraph of his. If I had to boil the week down into one pithy phrase, I suppose I'd choose "we can do this better." If I was given the opportunity to add a second phrase, it'd be "we can have our cake and eat it too." So I don't know if that helps you if you weren't following the game developer. I really didn't follow it this year. Bad me. I know. I guess I should have, but I really didn't. Crowner, anything you want to chat about? Anything going on in the game world on your side of the world that you want to talk about? I have a couple things, but I want to see, I like to ask the people that, oh, by the way, thank you, Rob, aka It's Ocelot on Twitter, ITSOCELOT, gave me a nice shout out. So I just wanted to thank you for retweeting my post that I was going live. I appreciate it. If you happen to be living, if you happen to be breathing, thank you. If you happen to be listening. So I guess Crowner has nothing to talk about today. So move on. I also got something in my mail today from Xbox Live, and maybe I should spend a little bit more time, I think, browsing around Xbox.com because there's so much I didn't know was going on. I'm so clueless sometimes. The Xbox Live rewards is really cool. I got something in my mail today. Everything is in the arcade this week. I guess you're gonna get like gamer points for playing the games in the arcade this week. I think it's the arcade. I'm pretty sure. And I went back through to try to find the email, and I can't. Let me see if I type in Xbox Arcade. Usually my um, no, it just lets me know all the things my kids have bought. So I can't find this email. It's pissing me off. Let me see if I just type in arcade. It's like pissing me off that I can't. Unreal. All right, so whatever. So my mail has failed me this morning. But I get like honestly, I get about 300 emails a day. So it's just it's stupid. It was before this too. Um, yeah, as you can tell, I'm seriously baffled by this because like I can't, and I didn't delete it. So, or maybe I did delete it. Maybe that's the problem. I did delete it. Now I can't find anything. I don't know. But it was so. I got. Look, I'm going through my mail. I outrank Crazy Canucks on SimCity Social. There's an achievement in itself. So here it is. I found it. Very excited. Xbox Live Rewards. My punch card. Play to earn. Start collecting new ways to get rewarded. Um, Welcome to my punch card, an exciting new way to get rewarded for doing what you love. This April, all the action is in the arcade with our exclusive Play to Earn offers. Your passion for playing can pay off in a big way. By simply playing your favorite arcade games and adding to your game collection, earn these awesome April rewards. The April rewards are, I'm trying to see, I'm opening each link, so give me a minute. Um, you can, I'm trying to read what everybody can get. So I want to tell everybody because this is exciting. Um, play any combination of Xbox Live arcade games for a total of 5 hours to get a punch. Basically, they take your little, I guess your card, you have it, you get like a punch. Complete all 4 punches to receive the reward. And you'll get an exclusive avatar item for that one. Here's a big one though. Now's the time to add your arcade game to add to your arcade game collection. Purchase any arcade game from the Xbox Live Marketplace to earn a punch. Get all 4 punches to nab the reward. Xbox Live arcade game purchases must be 400 Microsoft points or more, and you will get, this is a good one, guys, you will get 1 month Xbox Live Gold membership. So for all of you that are going from like month to month and stuff like that, I got to tell my son about this. That's so easy to do. So, and here's another one. Our biggest arcade fans get the biggest reward. For every 800 Microsoft points you spend on arcade games, you'll get a punch. Earn all 4 punches to get the reward. And your reward is 800 Microsoft points. So there you go. And it says it can take 3 to 5 days for a punch card activity to show as complete. All completed punch cards are fulfilled at the end of 1 month. I like that. That's pretty good. That's like a good freaking deal, guys. You know? Crowner just wrote in channel, I just read they want to push Battlefield 4 for esport. Oh, I saw that coming. How could you not see that coming? That's like, that's a given. Because I always say, and everybody always hears me say this, all these gamer dudes, they got to keep up with the Joneses. Everybody has to keep up with each other. And if they don't, they're going to lose something. Hey, my cat is like ripping off. I have from the hurricane, my ceiling is in disarray. So I have like, well, it leaks a little bit from the one spot because we have to fix the roof still. My cat's up on top of the thing and he's trying to tear the plastic down. Not good. I'm watching you. See, he knows. So, well, Crowner, what do you feel about this? Now, the thing is, though, do you play Black Ops 2, and do you understand what they mean by esports? Before, I go on to how do you feel about Battlefield 4, because if you don't know, I think it's a good idea. It's just, it's like taking another step in the right direction. They have to, there's a lot of things they need to do to fix. Like what? Now I'm going to get all defensive. What do they need to fix about my game? No. Um, Now, if you mean there's a lot of things they need to do to fix to make it like Black Ops 2, then I think you're going down the wrong road. Because that's the one reason why I like Battlefield, is because of the fact that it's nothing like, except for the fact that you shoot guns. Gameplay, okay. He says, no, 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 no. So, um, please tell me, just name a couple of them. Just throw it out there. He's explaining. He's typing right now. If you're in channel with me, he says the net code. Holy shit. All right, well, do you not think they know about that? Or do you think that's like missing all of their coders, their developers? You think it's just like something that they're not thinking about? See, that's why I think it's funny when, and I don't mean any disrespect to it's something probably that they are working on. When people come in and they say they need to do this, they need to do that. I'm sure as developers, they know that there's certain things that they need to work on if they're going to take it in an esport direction. Um, so, but how do you like the idea, Crowner? How do you like the idea of esport for Battlefield 4? Because, like I said, everybody has to keep up with everybody else. It's going to happen, whether anybody likes it or not. It's going to happen. So it's just a matter of time. So do you like that idea? Do you not like that idea? Um, Crowner says he thinks Battlefield 3 was rushed. Really? I mean, I don't know. I came into Battlefield, I think, fairly late um, in the game. Um, my experience with Battlefield 3 was I was so displeased with Modern Warfare 3 that I played it for a few weeks and I was like, I can't play this game because it's not giving me that want to want to play it. Like, I don't sit in my house and go and think in the back of my head as I'm doing something else, I really want to jump on the Xbox and play. Battlefield 3 wasn't that for me. Or I mean Modern Warfare 3 wasn't that for me. So my oldest son Rob had given me Battlefield 3 and he says, "Here, try this." And I did, and I went, "My God, this game is brilliant." Like, I had played it. No, I played Bad Company with my son before when I first started gaming on the consoles, and I started moving away from the PC gaming. And I thought, oh, I remember, I remember we were gaming. I was like, God, this is a huge fucking map. Like, because I didn't realize, like, he didn't tell me to be in his little group. And so I was by myself. So every time I would die, I would spawn back at base and have to literally just, I didn't know that there was vehicles that you could hop on. I didn't, but, so that's what I'm saying. I'm fairly new to it. I love Battlefield 3. I don't know what you mean by rushed. Because with all the map packs they've come out with since then, I think they've added so much to the game. They gave us close quarter maps, but I love Battlefield 3 for the great big maps. That's why I like Battlefield. They have huge maps, and they're beautiful. So let's see. Crowner says, I like the idea of esport, but the game needs to be tighter and less lock-on systems. Well, what do you mean lock-on systems? Please expand on that, because I've got an idea in my head, but I don't want to speak for you. So, what do you mean by less lock-on systems? Expand on that for me. So, Flam Javelin, how? All right, let me. So then you mean you want less machinery in the game? You want less tanks, less air support? That's what makes Battlefield 3. But I mean, if you're gonna have things in the air, I mean, I think when they did their last big fix for Battlefield 3, they made it harder for a tank um, to be knocked down. I know because I knock down tanks and I drive. That's what I do. When everybody else is in the air, I'm the one that would be. He says, "Damn it, it would be so much easier just to talk. Hop on Skype, dude. Hop on Skype and I'll add you in the car. In channel, I'll just type to you. That's my Skype name." If as long as you've got a decent mic, hop on. Be more than happy to let you talk. So get on and tell me what you mean by this because, all right, we're going to have Crowner on, finally. And he's going to explain to me why he thinks that, because I think he's just wrong. Because I'm very opinionated about, about all that kind of stuff. So I'm waiting for the thing that says he would like to add me. And as soon as he does, I will get him on here with us, and we can find out exactly what this crazy talk is of his about Battlefield. So in the meantime, though, I think everybody needs to go and check out Xbox Live Rewards because I'm going over everything. It's really really cool, and I can click on points pending. I've never even honestly taken time to do this. Um, Oh, I did get that. See that? I signed up for Bing Rewards and I got 200 points. That's pretty cool. I want to see what Bing Rewards VIP means. Oh, I already did that. I am a VIP member. Thank you. So, still waiting for him. He's probably booting up. I just find someone from Dublin. What the fuck? IR girl is me. That's I don't know how else unless you. I don't know if I'm in there. Type in Port Monmouth here. Type in this. Maybe you need my. There. That's where it should say I live. Or just type in New Jersey. Oh, there it is. I have found him. I just found him. Add to contacts. Now let me find him in his off status. All right, are you ready? Because let me know in chat if you're ready, because I'm gonna ring you in right now. And excuse the ringing in the in the the in the in this playback, because I forget. That's why I need a. I'm nervous. Just go. And welcome to Rebel Morning Wood, Andy.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, you sound brilliant too. Good. Good. We can hear you nice and clear. Because whenever Barry's on, I think he uses like his Connect or something, and we can never hear him. And he always sounds like he's underwater or in a tunnel. So, so welcome. And now that I know your real name, Andy, I don't have to call you Crowner anymore. But I do so because if there are a lot of people listen to the show and they don't log in, so then other people though can kind of know who I'm talking about. So, welcome. So, explain to me exactly what you mean that if if we need a lot less of these, then how are we ever going to take out the planes and the choppers and because you get up in them, and if you got somebody, I play with a couple of guys who that's what they do. They run games via both of them. And one's in the little bird and one's in the chopper, and I cannot tell you. I mean, hey Shadow, welcome. He's probably in between classes. I'm dropping in real quick to say hi. He says hi Shadow. But oh, Shadow, and sorry about the other night. Excuse me, Andy. Sorry about the other night gaming. I was just practicing before an MLG match, so I didn't I saw you join the game, and usually I join with you. You know I don't mind if you join me, and then I bailed on you right after that. So I was playing a match. I was playing a tournament, so that's why. But all right, Andy. So expand on me. What you mean by SOFLAM javelin? Less of them. Like they shouldn't
Yeah.
be an option in your tool in your weapons.
Uh, I think there's just too much of them. Like everything can take out everything else. Like a tank can take out a helicopter.
Well, a tank can
And you
take
got
out, but
some.
if you're thinking of weapons in real life, a tank can take out a helicopter.
Yeah, I know, but sometimes I think you got to like you can't go on real life too much, or it's gonna be. I mean, the
Oh
game
no,
needs
I
to be
know.
balanced too.
Well, I think the game's more balanced now since they did that. Don't you remember they did a huge update for
Oh
Battlefield
yeah, yeah.
because the people were complaining that that it was too easy to take down a tank. And it was. I'll admit. One shot on them, boom, they were gone. Now, I mean, I got to hit them a couple times. It's not always, or what I do a lot of times, and I will say that even for jets and choppers, a lot of times it takes another person with me, and I'll say, all right, I've got him to flare. I've already hit him once. I can't hit him again. Somebody else hit him, and somebody else on my team will hit him. So I think they've made it harder. That's why I was like, well, if they're going to take that out, then they'd have to, for me, I think they would have to take out, um, the jets and choppers. But that's what makes Battlefield different from any other shooter
Yeah,
game
that's what
out
I like
there,
too.
what other game can you get in and just, I mean, I wish I could fly the jets and the choppers. Everybody has tried to teach me. I am stupid at
But
it.
you have
So,
played Bad Company too, right?
yes, I have. Yes, I have.
Yeah, and if you remember that game didn't have, it was like, did anything have lock on system? I don't think so. I don't think, not even the helicopters had it. They had manual, like, everything
Right.
had manual or controllable, like, missiles.
Right,
And I
right.
think that's way more satisfying than having something like beep 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 and just shoot away. It just gets really boring.
Do you think so?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I played yesterday.
Right.
I hopped in a tag and I just drew like half the map, and it took like 10 seconds to get out of the base, and I could hear like the beeping already. And I'm like, fuck, this is so annoying. And you poof up the smoke thing, and then you drive on, and you can't find that little asshole. Where
I
and
know,
then
I know,
and
because I
then you
feel the
get
same
hit
way.
by the javelin, and
I,
it's really
I know
yeah.
it's frustrating. It is. Um. Oh, yeah, but you know what? But so you just think that they should take that out in Battlefield 4? Because if they're going esport kind of way, they're gonna probably add a whole bunch of new crap that you're not gonna like. That. You know what I mean? I think that. But
Yeah.
maybe, wait a minute. But maybe because I know that when you're playing on Black Ops 2, when you're playing, I think it's like the championship series. You go in, they have all MLG rules in there. You can't arm certain stuff. You have to change your classes because they do not allow it. They don't allow bouncing Bettys, claymores, C4. I'm trying to think of all the things. They don't allow javelins. There's no noob tubing. I mean, you're basically stripped, and there's only a certain few things that you can use. And that's even when I was making my classes. I was playing the other night. There's only certain things. So maybe they'll go down that line, and maybe they'll revert back to Bad Company type of. I like Bad Company. I like the maps in it. They're great. But
Yeah, I love those maps too. They're really
that's
well
you know
designed.
what? That's what I would like to see in Battlefield 4. I'd like to see some of the Bad Company maps make it into Battlefield 4. Maybe that's an idea or suggestion I will shoot to them. Wouldn't you like that? Kind of like they do with the Black Ops. Everybody likes Nuketown, so they keep bringing it back.
Yeah, I don't like I don't play Battlefield for small maps at all.
See, that's the same here.
I barely like I like all the expansions besides close quarters. I played it yesterday just to get some bullshit sniper, but
Right.
that's it. I really I don't like it.
Right. No, I will play close quarters mostly when I'm trying to I'm trying to get um all of my achievements or whatever, like in the
Yeah.
stats for your guns, for my shotguns, because that's all I use. And close quarters is great for shotguns. Although I use shotguns all the time I'm either a sniper or I've got shotguns. That's pretty much it on Battlefield for me. So so for me, I don't mind the close quarter maps, but like you said, I play Battlefield because of the great big maps. I
Yes.
mean, that's why anybody that I know, that's why you play them. So okay, well that's what I meant. I didn't. So you just prefer that they get rid of SoFlam and
Like You
and the
could do like
javelin.
the way you said when they play emoji and they
Right.
say you can't use that. That's one way to go. But after all, people that own servers, um,
Oh,
they seem. It seems like people don't know what's optimal. They're like smack 64 people into the smallest like freaking map, and I just don't get why it's fun. Like Metro, everybody's
oh.
just standing in the escalator, you know. And I'm like, what the fuck? This is not even
Now, do
fun.
you now
It's so
listen?
boring.
No, for Metro to me, because I only play like I play a lot of Conquest. That's my game on
Yeah,
Battlefield. So playing Conquest on Metro, my theory is you usually know right away if a team's going to try to hold you in a spot by when you have to push up down into the Metro. Do you know what I mean? From outside.
yeah,
And if they try to stop you before you go down into the hole, and I'm like, all right, they're going to try to hold us here. So once you kill them, they spawn back to where they're supposed to be. Now, see, but if I'm in that person that's trying to hold people from coming down into the hole, my thing is all of a sudden I go all strategic and I try to go to the back escalator, sneak down. I'll put a spawn beacon down there, and I try to come up behind them. Because for me, when people do that, all of a sudden it becomes a challenge. Like you're not gonna. So that's actually why I like Metro is because I like a challenge, and I know 9 out of 10 times people that play this game a lot, you're gonna do the obvious. If you're starting on the outside, the other side of the map, coming from that building, jumping out the windows, I hate starting there because I feel that you're at a disadvantage. I really
yeah,
do.
yeah.
And I don't, I tell everybody, I'm like, one person stop on A, everybody else go to B, because everybody, obviously, because once you catch B and hold it well, you can't get past it if you're a good team. If you're good, so for me, if I'm that other team, though, I always go, okay, up the back escalators, swing around, start shooting everybody, throw some smoke. You know what I mean? So that's why I like Metro. But like you said, it does get a little monotonous if
Yeah. But
it.
you play on Xbox, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, because if you play on PC, there's a lot of actually or was 64 play Metro, and
I can't even imagine.
I can understand 24. That's a good number, but 64 player on
That's
that map. Do you know how stupid that is? Everyone is in the escalator, their M320 or whatever it's
right,
called,
right.
main launcher, and you're spamming and healing and resing people, and it's just it
It's
just
chaos.
never goes anywhere. It's fun if you get past that and you get
Right.
behind everyone, but most of the time you're not even going out past the like stairs or escalator before you're just destroyed.
Right. Yeah, no, no, I can't imagine having that many people on on that map. That's
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's the
yeah.
problem with
So,
PC.
they Battlefield tends to listen. I bet you if you went to their forums, I bet somebody else for PC section has probably said something about that. Hopefully they change that for you guys for 4 with the rumor of esports coming into play. But like I said before, I think most of your shooter games that you play now, you're gonna see them following suit with Black Ops 2 because that's the way I feel that shooter games are going. And they open up. I think if Battlefield wants to, Battlefield has a huge following. I just don't think
Yeah,
that they have the hype. It's not hyped like Black Ops is. Do you know what I mean? Or the
yeah,
COD series is. And I think if they want to get that hype, I would love to play tournaments on
yeah.
Battlefield. You know what I mean?
They
In an
they had the chance when BF3 came out, but they sort of blew that.
yeah. See,
They said it themselves. I think that they sort of screwed that up. They
I
had the
would.
chance because they had a huge hype when before
Yeah,
it was coming. And
yeah.
I was really hyped for that game too, and
I would love to play that on a. I would love to see Battlefield, the game itself, whether it be Battlefield 3 or Battlefield 4. I would love to see it on a tournament basis, like the way Black Ops 2 is played, or the way StarCraft is played. I would love that.
yeah,
I think it's due because what a different challenge though. Now it's not just communicating with people on the ground, shooting other people where you need to go, your call-outs and stuff. You've got people in the air and you've got people in tanks. So I think it brings a whole different level of tournament gaming to the field, and I really think, I hope Battlefield 4 pushes that. I really do. I'll so be there.
Yeah.
I'll be the first one pushing that. And I think for PC gamers too, though, because Battlefield is really big on PC, and I do know that. I think it's bigger on PC than it is console.
Hmm.
So that hopefully,
So I think to to make it better, some things is like I said, the lock-on, and then there's the, I don't know if it's the netcode. Some people say it's client-side hit detection, and if you, I don't know how it is on console, but on PC, if sometimes you run like behind a wall, you get shot at and you run behind the wall, and you know, like, just when you feel like, oh, I got to cover, and then
yes.
bang, you die. And it's like, what the fuck?
I
I'm behind the wall. What the? And that's not okay. I'm sorry.
No, you're
That's
right.
gotta get
Because
go
you know what,
away.
that happens in a lot of games, but I do notice that it tends to, um, it does tend to happen a lot on Battlefield. I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna have to check. I'm gonna do some digging around and check in their forums and see if anybody else has complained about it, because I don't think with the last fix that was something that was addressed in going through. I read through every single one of those. I think there was like freaking 9,000 fixes they did
Yeah.
for their update was huge. But I don't think that was one of them, and that might be something they might want to look into is fixing that, because I've done that a lot. I'll go to jump behind a wall, and at the minute I know I'm hit, you know what I mean, and I know that my health is down, but I'll look and I'll have more than half, a little bit more than half, and I jump behind that wall, and all of a sudden another shot comes and I'm dead, and I'm like, what the hell?
Mm.
Yeah. And that's the only thing I think, Battlefield is my game. I play it because I don't, even when I die, I don't get pissed off. I get, I think it motivates me more.
Yeah, I mean,
Whereas in
well,
in Black Ops 2, I get killed and it's like I rage on the game. It's horrible. I get so pissed. I get so angry. So my friends tell me when I get too into Black Ops 2, they're like, "Why don't you take a break and go play Battlefield? You're much nicer."
I think it's the other way around for me because I'm such a huge Battlefield guy. Like, I love the whole idea of Battlefield. I always did. Like, back in the day when I had a shitty computer, I used to play, the older Battlefield always because I couldn't play like Battlefield 2, so I played like 1942 instead.
Oh,
And I
did
just
you?
loved the whole idea of Battlefield.
Yeah, no, I absolutely as well do too. I mean, that's my game. Everybody knows it. I I just, I could honestly, I could play it for hours and hours and hours. In fact, one weekend I didn't have my kids home. Forget where they went. They were gone all weekend. Nobody was here, and I think I racked up on Raptor, like, it was a crazy amount of hours. I played Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I stopped, and it was like 12 hours every day. And in fact, Battlefield was like, did you go to the bathroom? Like, they tweeted at me. It was a while ago. It was like a year ago. But they were like, did you even go to the bathroom? I'm like, no, no potty breaks. I just played Battlefield for 2 days straight. I love Battlefield. I really do. I think it's such a beautifully done game. I love the maps because I am such a big map person, and it's
Yeah, same.
and I think that's why I like that game so much, is because of the maps. But when I actually even go to review a game, though, one of the first things I look at is the maps. I can't wait to get through the map rotation because I want to see what the maps are like. Um, because the maps are important to me. I don't know about anybody else, but
Yeah, yeah, you like look at them and you're like, oh, you can leave this here and
yes.
this here, and it's like,
No, absolutely. And I think with the big maps, I like the big maps on Battlefield because they have the smaller, like, like on the maps, and some of the newer ones, you'll have like a whole section of just a town. You know what I mean? And then you'll have a strip of just sand or open area. And so for me, it's like, I love that. I love it. It gives you an opportunity to hide, or if you got to capture the next objective, but you're going to be out in the open to get it. What are you going to do to get there? So for me, I think they put a lot of thought into that. I think it adds that much more to the game. But I'm the type of person, though, I look for details, though. In Battlefield, a lot of times you'll see, the other day I noticed they had a cardinal, a bird, cardinal, flying
Yeah.
through the air on one of the maps, and I was like, who would have thought of that? Do you know what I mean? Like, because to me, it was eye distracting though. And I think
Yeah.
that's why they do. I was like, I was distracted all of a sudden. And it took I was waiting for the chopper to come up. I was actually playing Capture the Flag, which I love because I play that
Yeah,
for
I like
fun.
that
I
game
love
originally.
playing it. I just love jumping on those fucking bikes. It's so much fun. And I was actually waiting for their chopper to come up. I mean, I knew it had spawned, so I was sitting on my base and I was waiting for it to come up, and all of a sudden I looked to the right and there's a bird, and I thought to myself, oh my god, there's a cardinal, and the chopper went up and to the left, and I freaking missed it coming out, and I was like, son of a bitch. And I said, well, I guess that whatever they put, I guess it did its job. It distracted me, but it's little things like that I think on maps too that make me like them more. A lot of times when you spawn in on the newer on the capture, you'll hear different sounds, and it's not just always the sounds of war. Like you hear birds chirping, you can hear water running actually in the one map,
Yeah.
like downstream. So for me, those are all good distractions. That's why that as well as why I like the Battlefield maps, because I think they add more of those sound effects and those visual effects to their maps than any other shooter game that I play.
Mm.
But that's just me. Plus, it doesn't
They,
make me angry.
I think what they've done too is they've designed the map specifically for, like, these maps are obviously a lot for capture the flag, right?
Oh
But
yeah.
when they released vanilla maps, I think they designed for like every game mode, and I think that's a problem. I don't think that works real well. I think it loses a lot of things when you do that.
Right.
Because if you look at Bad Company 2, obviously a lot of those maps are rush based, and they're really, really good. They're really like tight and well designed to me.
Right.
And I think when you do it for like 10 fucking games, you're gonna have a problem. Like the map drives the player too, you know?
Right. Oh, absolutely. That's I believe you're right. But also though, I think you have to keep in mind though, it's a lot of times um, they're trying to incorporate tanks into the map, and they got to incorporate helicopters and jets into maps too. So those
Yeah.
vanilla maps, it's not just ground war. So I think there's a reason. I think sometimes there's a reason why, you know, they're trying to hit a bigger base of people with a more uh, diverse map. So that you can, we need to build a map for X game, but we also need to be able to use it for this game mode and this game mode too. So, do you know what I mean?
That's another thing. I think that of course they want to sell their games.
Hmm.
That's the thing. They want to make money, but
Right. Of course.
like making satisfying so many types of players, I think is a
So,
problem too.
would you feel better if they made certain maps for capture the flag only, certain maps for rush only, certain maps for conquest only,
I
certain
actually think
maps
that that
that's
could possibly be better. Yeah.
because I'm going to be honest with you, I think team deathmatch in Battlefield is a pointless game.
Yeah, I don't play
Neither do
that at
I.
all.
I have, but the only reason I have started playing it is so I can get the rest of the ribbons, because those are the only ribbons I don't have. It's for team deathmatch, and so to me, because I think the maps are so big, it's almost like a giant manhunt. That's what they shouldn't call it, team deathmatch. They should call it
Yeah.
manhunt and leave it at that. Honestly, because on those bigger maps, it's all you're doing. You're hunting down people to kill.
Yeah.
And so I just think team deathmatch. That's what I feel for Battlefield 4. You should just rid Battlefield 4 of team deathmatch. Maybe they should put in a manhunt mode. I like that.
Yeah.
One guy, you're hunting down, like your team of 6 is hunting down a team of 4. There
Yeah,
you go.
that's I like that, but that brings me to like the biggest point,
Hmm.
which is primarily the PC version. You have you can talk to your squad members, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
on PC you can't do that for whatever fucking reason. I don't understand why they left VoIP out. Like it's a mystery. I think they just have said, well, we're not gonna implement it at this time. That's all, which is really weird. So they gave us Comoros, which I've seen
Right.
some console player wants that too, and I tell you, it's pretty useless, and you rather want a voice over IP. Like,
Oh, wow.
that I can talk to my squad members, I mean, what the fuck, I can do that in
That's
like any
ridiculous.
other multiplayer game.
That
And
honestly
this is
is.
supposed to be a team game, I
You
mean,
know what? I'm sure they're addressing that. I'm sure a lot of PC, because like I said, I think Battlefield is bigger on PC than it is on any other
yeah,
any other mode,
that's
and
so
why they left
weird.
that out. Because I like it the fact that I can either talk to my own squad or I can change it, and I can talk in my squad. I can talk to everybody.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And depending on how our game's going, depends on usually how me and my squad, if we're playing really good and we see that the other people are just kind of in tune with us, we don't really bother talking to them. But if like we seem to be, you know what I mean, and other people kind of need direction, then usually we change over so that we can talk to everybody. But I can't understand why for the life of me they left that out. That's ridiculous. Do you use an alternative to talk?
Yeah,
Like Skype?
we have, yeah, if, but I, like, no, none of my friends play it anymore, so I have no one.
Oh, PC gamers on Battlefield, come and play with Andy, please, so he can talk to somebody. But
So
yeah,
yeah, just when you can talk to people, that changes a lot of the game and makes it way better. Like I played in, I think I played alpha and beta, and I played with some people on TeamSpeak. What the fuck they call? I think they're called Battlefieldo or something like that.
yes, they saw
And
actually on Twitter like that. Yes.
yeah, I played with some of those guys, and just that makes it was a lot more fun than not being able to talk to anyone. Sure, you can write in the chat, but meh, that doesn't really. That's not the same thing as just directly speaking to someone and
Right.
being like a tight squad
Oh,
together.
absolutely.
That
There's.
just makes it so much fun, especially when you're dominating, like when you're
Oh,
four
absolutely.
people
You
just
know, I
destroying.
I know exactly what you mean because, like I said, these two guys that we've been playing probably about a month together, and they dominate so heavily in the air. And I remember it was one of the bigger maps. I forget the name of it. I'm so bad with the names, but um, he needed somebody to ride with him. So I was jumping up and down on the ground. He swooped in, picked me up, went, and literally he was flying so tight to get out of the
Yeah.
way of radar. I got motion sickness as his gunner. I couldn't even believe it. And I actually messaged him. I says, I have played this game for quite a while now. I have never seen anybody fly like you. He was like, I was like, oh my God, we're going to die, we're going to die. And we wouldn't die. I mean, it was the most, honestly, I've never seen anybody fly the chopper so beautifully as this guy does. And his name's Rock Ritchie, if anybody wants to know. So tell him that I was speaking highly of him. No, he's just, he probably, but listening to him and his friend talk, they get so detailed about what needs to be done if they're not succeeding in a way. They change up their game plan. I love playing with these guys. But like you said, it makes a difference because a lot of times when they're in the air, I'm on the ground. And a big part of my job when we're playing together is not actually getting the most kills on the team. It's making the choppers they're trying to shoot down out of the sky as well flare so that they
Yeah.
can get a hit in on them. And that's actually my job when I'm with them is to make sure that I'm getting these or I'm hitting them out of the sky for them. So, like you said, when you're playing as a team and you're able to communicate, there's nothing better, especially in Battlefield because it's such a brilliant game. So, maybe we should start a petition for you guys on PC.
Yeah.
But I'm sure actually that's probably something I am going to go look in their forums and check it out and see if that's something that I would think that they are going to work on that for I just, because like I said, I can't understand why they wouldn't be working on that now,
Yeah, it's really strange.
or
I
why they
bet they're
haven't.
gonna. they're probably gonna do that for
I
Battlefield
would
4.
think
I
that
hope
they're,
so.
well, if they're going into esports, they're going to have to.
Yeah.
That, that they would have to, because that's for esports, that's one of the biggest things for competitive gaming is communication with your team. Knowing the
Yeah.
call outs and stuff. So I would think that that's in the
Yeah.
works.
So that's like, yeah, a lot of. I have a lot of grudges with Battlefield 3, honestly. But I keep going back because I just like Battlefield, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, there was a lot of problem when they launched the game. Like it was really glitchy. You sometimes you couldn't get in for whatever reason.
Right.
It felt like it wasn't done. And when you played beta, I remember they said specifically like, oh, this is like a month than a month older build, which was really kind of weird, I think. And that the beta was really glitchy too. Like there was
Oh
things
yeah,
that
absolutely.
annoying. So I think they should just spend time and make a game that works and is like refined. But now they're going to push Battlefield 4 out already, and just that is like I'd rather have waited like 2 years, honestly, and have like a proper
Yeah.
working
See, that's a good
polished
question.
game. Because I'm kind of a little bit against like doing this every year releases. Of course, car is not going to stop that, because why would they? They're selling shitloads of copies every time. They could name it like Call of Duty, ponies and Barbies, and people will buy that shit.
Yeah, you know what though? You're right, and I've said that too. They could name it anything and it would sell. But I think as far as listening to their community though, I do think that Battlefield has an edge up on a lot of games. They really respond to their people on social feeds. In fact, there
Yeah.
was one time, because I talk to them quite often on Twitter, and they posted something on their Facebook page, and because it's under my real name, and I had posted in parentheses, this is IR Girl. And they're like, oh my God, it's IR Girl from Twitter. You know what I mean? So, and it was kind of cool that they actually recognized that, you know what I mean? So when I say that they actually connect with their fan base, I really do think that they connect with their fan base. They're really on it. And I think when people reach out to them and say, hey, can you please take a look at this? I really think they do take a look at it. I don't think that they go, oh, that's another one bitching about this or that and the other. So
Yeah, I don't think I will get the same response because I'm a cynical asshole. I think they will be real fucking in. No, but yeah, I said some things about that game, and I don't like attack developers. I mean, it's not their
no,
fault.
right.
Like some people do that. If you read like the battle log,
Yeah.
it's honestly really bad. I try
Yeah.
to not read that forum because it's, yeah,
Yeah, no, it
holy
can.
shit. It's one of the worst forums I read.
Yeah, no, it can get bad. And I think, they have to, I would think, get to a point where they kind of let shit like that roll off their back. Do you know what I mean? But I would say in general, they're they're pretty good. I got to watch the time here. Holy cow, Andy. It's like 10
Yeah,
o'clock.
I'm sorry.
No, no. See, we could go on and on forever. We'll just, you know what? I think I might doing it and just base a whole talk show around a certain specific topic. So, um, but no, I do have to wrap it up. Thank you,
Yeah,
Andy, for coming on though, and you're welcome anytime. Now that I have you on Skype, if you're on and you
yeah.
message me in the morning, I might pull you in. So don't be surprised. Be ready. And
Thanks for having me.
oh, no problem. Thank you, because like I said, it's a lot easier to talk about topics when there's, I'm feeding off of somebody else and vice versa. And I do appreciate it. And I
Yeah.
appreciate the fact that you're a Battlefield gamer too. So, and maybe we can get one of these developers on here to and chat with him about if they're making any plans for. Maybe I'll shoot that out there and see if
Yeah.
I can get them on in the morning, because the time difference, they should be able to make it.
Hopefully I can behave so I don't have to get shot. Because after all, Dice is like 20 minutes from here. They
Oh,
might like kick in my door.
oh, oh, I would love for them to kick in my door. That would be so cool. All right, Andy, thank you very much for joining me this morning. I do appreciate it. And thank you, everybody else, if you were listening and not logging in because you're too shy or on your mobile device. I appreciate it. And we will see everybody tomorrow morning, same-ish time, 8:30, 9-ish Eastern, and have a great day. Have a good